Hi, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I am one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris. It's great to speak to you. It's a brand new week. It's episode 31 of Love Island Season 2 USA, and we're into the final stretch. We've had our peak drama, and we're just going to coast to the finish line. So, where would you like to start today?
Well, we start the episode, Dave, with Caleb and Justine. I think, didn't they? Even the housemates were speculating, Dave. They both look rather happy. I don't know. And obviously, we never know properly, Dave, but it looked like it went to a bit more than second base last night.
You know what? I was watching this unfold, and I was thinking to myself, what fucking... I don't care if they did that. It's purely between them. Just leave it. But then they kept going on about it. And then I think Justine said, he made Justine proud. And I was like, I want to know now. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like that. Somebody's always got to go, Dave.
Does that mean, he got to do the old, bit of a shaky... struggling with my words here, Chris, but you know what I mean. Did he,
Yeah. I'll just go yes to everything. Yeah.
I think they were good because, they said they were making their parents proud, and unless it's a very, out there kind of family situation, I think they were good. But then, like I say, Justine's comment about making her proud, it just threw me off on one. But you know what, Chris? I just think these pair just keep going strength to strength. Can't fault them. And we've said for a few weeks now, so sort of during Casa Amor, I think we'd call these out as probably the favourites. And I just don't see anything rocking that.
No, I don't, Dave. And if you flip that, and I do agree, I totally agree. They are the favourites by a country mile at the moment. And a couple of things happened in this episode, which we'll get to, which make them even more favourites. But I tell you who are not favourites, Dave. And I'm going to go out and put my fucking mortgage deeds on the fact that Lakeland and fucking Bennett are going next because that is the fakest fucking hookup we've seen since Moira decided to go with somebody else. I know we're getting a bit of aggro because there's a lot of people like Moira, but I'm telling you now, the Lakeland and fucking Bennett have got no interest whatsoever, Dave. They'd be lucky if they added each other on fucking Facebook at the end of this.
You know what? They're a fairly inoffensive couple, aren't they? I think.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
off the bat. But, Chris, they just winded me up with their going over the top. Lakin's like, I couldn't stop smiling when you picked me. And it's like, no, you were telling Carrington you weren't asking him at all. So it's just winding me up a little bit, I must admit, at how much they're trying. And I agree. I can't see them. I can't see any future for this pair at all. They're not interested in each other, but it's all for the cameras. It's all like how wonderful life is and stuff. And it's just, slightly annoying.
Probably like me, Dave. Slightly annoying. But anyway, so Dave, the main focus of this episode was the family dialing. Completely different format because obviously with the COVID, the families can't come in like they usually do, and we get the whole thing. And I thought it was quite nice. There's a couple of lump in the throat moments, Dave. But again, Laken and Bennett, she was going on to a family about how amazing it was. And like, you've been together about fucking 48 hours. Don't believe any of that.
Tell you what, I thought Lakin's mum took a little bit of a shine to Bennett there. She said, you're a great, fine man. In just a little bit, a bit of a suggestive way there. So, but it's a bit odd, isn't it? Honestly, having this couple in there, it just seems a bit cheap to me.
I tell you whose dad, Calvin gets his genes off his dad, Dave, because his dad looks fucking about 10 years older than Calvin. Good looking guy, glasses on, but you can see that's where he gets his genes from. Calvin's a good looking lad. So, it was quite interesting seeing the families. And I just, again, I'm sorry, Terence, because I know you're listening and you're going to be like, this is another Carrington attack. But when that arrogant wanker was saying, oh yeah, I know how to deal with parents, he fucking shit his pants when he actually started talking to him.
I got my notes here, Laurel's mum and dad are not happy with Carrington. Um, but then they just sort of crumbled. And I
Yeah.
guess, I was expecting he was going to get both barrels because when they were talking to Laurel on her own, they were, saying, about Carrington and whatever. They weren't happy. He was making her cry and whatnot. But then when he got there, they just completely folded. And I was thinking, why have you done that? And then I thought, well, if it's your own daughter, you're probably, you're thinking, well, she's still in with a shot of 100 grand. I don't particularly just want to destroy her chances right now by, calling out this little prick for what he is. Speaking as the parents there, obviously, Chris, not just
Obviously.
me.
Obviously, David, obviously, because these parents are probably the same age as me and you actually saying that. But I will say
I'm not
that
sure fucking Laurel's dad is, to be fair. I know
well,
I've got a
close to
few
you,
years
Dave.
on
But
the clock.
anyway, sorry, there's another dig about your age. But anyway, we're racking up these. You're just going to unleash fury on me at some point, Dave. But also the one that was most convincing again was Caleb and Justine. Caleb was a wreck. He saw his sisters, his mum and dad. The one thing I'd say we actually just quickly go back to Carrington was nice that his mum and dad come together considering the divorce. That was quite nice. That they both.
They weren't 1 meter apart, though, were they?
No, no. I mean, we could speculate about that, I suppose, Dave. But anyway, maybe they're in each other's bubbles. But
Because some of the other parents who were obviously separated as well, but they didn't make a point of it, were dialing in separately.
yes,
But his
yeah, they were.
parents were actually physically right next to each other. I just thought that was a bit strange, Chris.
Yeah, no. I did notice the same thing, Dave. It did cross my mind, and I think as well, you're looking at like everyone talking, and I love looking at body language. You know that I'm one for hands and what people do, and we all do it. We all dispel body language when we're trying to hide things and conceal stuff and all that. But Johnny Dave, he's going down for a fucking 20 stretch if he gets arrested for doing something he's done wrong because his arse was twitching like there was no fucking tomorrow. He was absolutely shitting his pants because he was so scared about what Sally's mum, sister, and brother were going to say. He was absolutely bottling it. And again, Dave, if you're trying to say to Sally you didn't do fucking anything real that bad in Casa Amor, you've just proved that you fucking did, mate, because he was absolutely whacking it, wasn't he?
He was. And do you want to come back to Caleb? Because you said you had something to say about him, but then didn't say
Oh, yeah,
anything.
sorry.
So
Johnny was all
we'll go
afire.
on to Johnny. We'll go back to Johnny. We'll go back to Caleb. So Johnny, yeah, it makes me think again. You know how I was saying that? Does it really matter? If Johnny's kissed Mercedes or if he slept with her, Sally can't go back to him. Essentially, she just has to pick Benny. That was my position on it all. The way Johnny was behaving, because since then I made that prediction, they've moved on and Sally's kind of gotten over it. The way Johnny was behaving, though, makes me think there is more to it and more to come out. And so he was getting agitated with everyone around, wasn't he? And Benny was
Yeah.
saying, he was like, calling people out, saying you're like a bunch of meerkats and getting really aggro. And Benny's like, well, just what the fuck else are they going to do? They just sat there having a watch. So
Yeah.
yeah, he was fucking shitting himself. And he was, really not happy that the main, topic of conversation for both families was what happened in Casa Amor. I'd said a few weeks ago when it all happened that, this infidelity is poison to a relationship, and you can see it from Johnny's reactions. He hasn't forgiven himself. And you can see from the outside world, he's been given a reminder that although Sally's kind of got a bit of a short memory there, that the public haven't. And I actually think his dad accidentally threw him under the bus
Yeah,
there.
I was going to say it. I was going to
Go
say
on
the
then.
same
So
thing.
what do you think? What did
I
you
love
pick
the
up
fact
on?
that his dad, and I don't know this, this is my opinion, so please, I'm going to get absolutely roasted for this, but his dad, he's pretty much, Johnny's fucking hasn't fell too far from the tree because his dad's obviously a player, because he's like, well, I didn't even saw
I know
it. I'm
when
like,
I was
"Oh,
when I
you
was younger.
fucking" yeah, I don't know. I've cheated on his mum and everything, that's why we're not together. Yeah, oh, it's just a normal thing. He's just being a wee scamp there. Don't worry about if he's sleeping with women because as long as he comes back to you every night and has a wash and that and gets an STD check, he's fine, no problem. I was pissing myself, Dave. I was like, "Johnny's dad, shut the fuck up."
So and he's got a bit of Idris Elba about him, his dad, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, good-looking guy, his dad
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
yeah.
he is a good-looking chap. Um, but no, I thought the way he I'd forgotten about that. The way he was like, "Yeah, it's all right, it boys will be boys," kind of thing. Um, it was when he said, "Johnny, you didn't stick to the game plan like we talked."
Yeah, no. It's like, "Shut the fuck up, dad, please,
It's
just shut
like
up."
we all know they go in with a game plan, but you're not supposed to openly admit it. You know, you're supposed to be in there for the right reasons. That's what everyone says, isn't it, Chris? We're in there to find someone. Nope. Johnny's dad says, yeah, Johnny went in there right with a game plan. He was going to get with someone. He wasn't going to cheat on anyone, and he was going to walk away with $100,000. Yep. Cheers, Johnny's dad. He just fucking threw him under the bus there.
It's top to watch though, Dave. I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I've got verbal diarrhea at the best of times, Dave. I can talk some utter shit, as some of the stories have said on this series. But his dad, I was thinking, you're pretty much like me, really. You just don't know when to shut the fuck up, really.
But Johnny's obviously very sensitive about it as well, and very agitated about it when he came out, and I think that's gonna carry on to tomorrow. Um, in all honesty, so again, they're so close to the finish line. He has got a game plan. As we've now confirmed, I just think he surely won't do anything kind of to rock the boat too much, but we might see a bit of drama. I always say, don't I, Chris? This last week is never my favourite week. Probably the least out of all the 6 week stretch, because all the drama's sort of seeped out. Everyone's coupled up. There's very little drama left in it. So, I'm clinging on
Yeah.
to a bit of hope there. They might have a little argument or something about that.
Dave, there's going to be drama tomorrow because I'm coming in fucking hot. Because what is the piece of shit game that we've got to watch tomorrow?
See, this triggers you, doesn't it? The old
Oh,
baby game.
Dave, I'm the oldest of 9 kids. I've got fucking nephews and nieces coming out of me fucking ears. I love all of them. I don't need to see people changing shitty nappies. I've changed every one of my brothers and sisters from being fucking about 3, 4 years old. I don't need to see this bullshit with these people pretending that they give a shit about this. Why they keep persisting with this Love Island, I do not know. I honestly think it's a waste of fucking time.
Honestly, and I'd love if people write in and let us know. But I think you might be in the minority there, Chris. Now, I do say with all of this format, it's not really designed for fanatics like us to watch every
Yes.
single season across the US, UK, and Australia. But I think people enjoy this because ultimately you've got these young people who are mostly wrapped up in themselves, sort of somewhere between 60 to 90% themselves, and then what's remaining is in the other person. And then you've suddenly got this, and I know it's a doll, but it's still that relentless crying and, taking care of it. So they've suddenly got to take care of this other little thing. I'm sure I said in the last series, it's nothing like having an actual baby. We know it's not. But I do think I like when it puts them under a bit of pressure and a little bit of stress there. I do think it's more realistic than you think it should be.
Probably, but you know what's triggered me even more, Dave? The fact that we've got rid of one fucking baby in Mackenzie, and now we're being replaced with about 6 fucking little babies. She's probably worse than all them kids, that fucking baby. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going all sorts of weird now, Dave, because I'm proper triggered. I hate this mode. I'm coming in hot tomorrow, everybody. So if you disagree with me, you've got to email us because I hate this game mode. I really just think it's a waste of time. I just hope it's done over one episode because in the UK they used to have it over a couple of episodes, and it was just like, oh my god, just do it for an hour or something or an afternoon, please.
Yeah, I mean, well, ultimately, we'll have the baby game, won't we? won't do the lie detector test. That seems to have been retired off now, doesn't it?
Yeah, they
Um,
have to. Yeah.
what else are they going to have? They're going to have the dates. Sometimes they stretch out the dates for 2 or 3 episodes, don't they? So we'll have
True.
so Monday night's episode will be the babies.
Yeah.
Tuesday night will be the dates, and then Wednesday night that's the final, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a voting off, isn't there, tomorrow, which they'll probably drag out into Tuesday's episode, but officially it is
They
there,
don't
isn't
need
it?
to drag that out. It's fucking Lakin and Bennett, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
So
See ya.
as much as we've ribbed kind of Freckles and Moira, come on, even I've got to say, after
Yeah.
saying Moira should really leave, and I do think in the last 2, maybe 3 episodes, I think Freckles and Moira have done all right. I still don't buy the actual relationship, and I don't think they'll last on the outside. But for being in there, I think they've done all right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I apologize, everybody, for my baby outburst. I love my brothers and sisters, nephews and nieces and stuff. You know what I mean? But, it's just a step too far. So I do apologize. Anyway, David, we've had a shitload of emails, even though I keep calling them letters, but they are emails, and we've had a review. So I'll let you do the review first, Dave, because I'm going to clear my throat today for this one.
Well, we do the review. We've had a couple of tweets that are interesting as well. So this is a review again from the US, and it's from NP Braids. And don't let me forget as well, we've had some feedback on Instagram. I know we're a bit shit on Instagram, aren't we? But we have
Yeah.
I did pose a question there yesterday. So this one subject: please review early seasons of UK Love Island. I love that you two guys are reviewing dating shows and their mix of personal stories as they review. Please go back and review season 2 of UK Love Island. It was wild and I would love your take. Now, Chris, we have discussed this one before, haven't we? But,
Yeah.
and I'll say it was probably mostly me. I tried to watch that first season, like the first episode again, but because Caroline Flack was on it and the boys were being quite leery, being lads, they didn't know who Caroline Flack was. They're a bit sort of like, oi, 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 kind
Yeah,
of
they were.
thing.
Yeah.
It was just a bit uncomfortable, and it wasn't that long after Caroline Flack had passed, so I personally I couldn't watch it. Whereas now, I think we possibly could do that, but I'm sure we'll get round to it at some point. But it just depends what are we going to review next, and what's the timing of that. But
Yeah.
brilliant review, thanks very much.
No, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. And we've had one of our first emails today, Dave. He's from, and I hope I get this right, he's DD. And she says, "Hi, Chris and Dave. I started watching Love Island and thought to myself, I can't watch this without a podcast. And then I found you guys. I really enjoy your humour, your British accents. Dave, it's the accents again. I don't know how, but it's just the British accent. And your takes on the show. I saw season 1 of Love Island US, but haven't seen the British or Australian shows. So I hope I can find them on some service I already pay for because I'd love to watch those and listen to your recaps. I watch all the Bachelor crap and listen to several Bachelor podcasts. Do I question my life choices? Yes, I do. But I still can't get out of the house as much as I'd like to. So I do what I have to do to carry on. I would love to hear you guys recap the upcoming Bachelorette. Dave, that's another little tip there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a doozy. Most dramatic season ever. Well, Dave, just sign us off right now. As Chris Harrison would say, thanks for putting your voices in my ears each day, Dee from Tempe, Arizona, Dave. So another brilliant. And we've got a load of people from the US, and I love that because obviously at some point I will actually live over there and become president, Dave. But anyway, so the next the next review is over to you. I don't email you. Go on.
Let's not talk about the fucking president.
No, that's not. No, no.
No, this one is from Jenny Statler, and it says, "Hi from Oregon. I just want to tell you guys, how much I appreciated listening to you the last couple of weeks. You make me laugh out loud, and your observations are, for the most part, spot on. I really only disagree with you when it comes to Freckles." While I'm pretty sure he's using Moira in order to get to the finals, I still think he's pretty dreamy. Just side note, Chris, I think he's pretty dreamy as well, isn't he?
He is
I just
actually. He's
think
a good-looking lad.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
think he's a bit
Yes.
fake, but definitely dreamy. They're all kind of dreamy in their own ways. Um, anyway, I digress. Oh, please do consider recapping the first season of British Love Island if you haven't or haven't yet. I would love your take on that heap of delectable, cringe-worthy trash. What a great turn of phrase. Um, and of course, this upcoming season of The Bachelorette, another one, Chris,
Oh,
is supposed to
yep.
be a nightmare, as there are at least two Bachelorettes, so should be super fun. Have a cuppa of this reality TV loving Anglophile. Keep up the good work, and that's from Jenny. What a
That's
great
brilliant.
email. And another one for The Bachelorette, Chris, and, a legacy kind of UK season as well.
Yep, Dave, I'm telling you, you better get ready, Mr. Horrocks. We think we're going to have a break. If I'm going to drag
Let's
you
take some
back in.
holidays just to get all this reality TV in.
Oh, now this one is an absolute doozy of an email.
I'm,
This is from
I'm just
Sherry,
going to
Dave.
make a cup of tea, actually, Chris, while you're
Fuck
doing this
you,
one.
Dave. It's titled Emailing, finally. I'm going to clear my throat. Sorry, guys. Chris and Dave, here's my background. I've been binging your podcast and wanting to email so many times, but I was so far behind in the season. This weekend, I caught up, so here we go. I was feeling lonely in my session of Love Island USA until I ran across your podcast. I've loved every UK and Aussie season, but found the cast of USA season 1 too obnoxious, so I couldn't watch. I feared America had ruined Love Island, but season 2 casting has been spot on. Totally agree. How refreshing to hear two middle-aged blokes, Dave, to be so unapologetic
Is
into this
this
show.
another podcast,
I
Chris?
love your banter and perspectives. How dare you? I'm not middle-aged, David. I'm going to live until I'm 180. I'm not even there yet. How dare you, Sherry? Here are a few things I've been dying to say. Number one, why all the shade for Moira? I'm guessing Moira wasn't popular with the boys in high school and grew into her beauty more recently, which is why she is so awkward. Cut her some slack. We've had that a few times, actually, Dave, haven't we? So we may have to look back on that. Although I do agree about her crazy eyes. I actually like she and Freckles together, but they won't work in the outside world. Number two, absolutely agree with the shade towards Mackenzie, though. She's the least self aware person I've ever seen, other than our president, perhaps, steady, no politics, and has deflected accountability since day one. And Connor, poor little dum dum. That relationship is a shit show. That's better than we could have put it, Dave. Number three, Bennett and Lakin, who, when I think of Bennett, I can't get past the pants with zippered knees. And last night, the giant cross earring. Whoever he's helping him dress is punking him. Number four, Carrington and Laurel, sigh. He's making my sweet knave Auburn girl look like an idiot. There's no
Naive,
passion when they.
that is.
The what, Dave?
You said naive, Auburn girl. Naive.
Naive. Yeah, that as well, Dave. Yeah, there's two. Yeah. Anyway, there's no passion when they kiss, and it's clearly has zero interest in visiting Alabama. Sadly, she's headed for heartbreak. Totally agree, Sherry. Number five, I love Sally. Her energy and optimism is contagious. I love Johnny at the start, but Castramore, oh, what a dip. They could have won if only he had owned up to all his actions immediately. Doesn't he know we view his love a comeback story, but not a liar? She's correct. Number six, Jaleb, perfection, and I am here for it. They are clear winners. I actually think they have a chance of making it past the airport, Dave. He's still going to haunt you, that Dave. After this season wraps, I look forward to listening to your fun commentary on the previous UK and Aussie seasons. Keep it up, lads. Sherry. P.S. If you think the car wash challenge was over the top, did you not watch UK season 1? That season could never air in the US except on cable. As we say in America, it's not porn, it's HBO. That is an amazing email, Dave.
That is awesome. I've never heard of that phrase before. But
No, I haven't.
by the way, if people are from the US, I'm sure all the seasons are on Hulu.
Yeah,
So I think that's how people are watching them over there. So yeah, we're getting loads of call outs though, aren't we, for the for the first two UK seasons? So again, does gather a bit of momentum, that one. Now,
yeah.
Chris, I have got my bifocals out, so I'll be able to read this one a little bit better. Old aging eyes
Better
there.
than I did.
Actually, yeah, probably going blind watching too much Love Island.
You sure it's just Love Island, Dave? How's your arm? Anyway,
Yeah.
go on, Dave. Go on, read.
So, this one is from Karen, and it says, "Hi guys, you know that I'm weeks behind you, but hopefully this still makes sense. The guys just had their picks at recoupling. Connor and Mackenzie both need to go. Yep, spot on. Her because of her spoilt brat that she is, and him because of the wet letters he is. he really wanted to pick Mackenzie, but pick Moira instead, so that he didn't have to face the reactions in the villa. Everyone is against them getting back together, but he definitely wants to. I think she's nailed that, hasn't she, Chris?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I don't think Moira is interested in him, and vice versa with the new guys coming in. Moira will undoubtedly find another poor sap to string along for a few days. Next episode, a couple is going. Aaron, unlucky, picked his ticket home. Hopefully, can't wait to see. And that's from Karen. And yeah, so Karen's emailed us in before, hasn't she? Obviously, watching a little
yeah.
bit behind, but yeah, she's. I can think where she is now, and I can think, why do we throw a bit of shade on Moira? And that's because she's so fucking inconsistent. I'd forgotten about the whole, you know, bringing Aaron into the villa, but then as soon as she sees Calvin with someone, she like dumps Aaron. Just
Yeah.
So yeah, they've both Moira and Calvin, I think, have done well the last couple of episodes, but you know they've made their bed so they can lie in it. Now, Chris, what a great bunch of emails.
It is, Dave, and we've got one more. The last one, actually, is from Joseph, and this he actually wants our opinions, Dave, as well. So this is quite good. It's entitled "Love Island USA: Johnny and Sally." Hey guys, great job on the show. I'd like to get both of your opinions. When Sally gets home and watches the show, will she react to Johnny's undercover boss work at Casa Amor as he told me everything, nothing to see here? Or that lying bastard, it was way worse than he said. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. So, Dave, his fucking ass is going to drop in it when they get out. He's going to be buying her flowers till fucking next year, I think.
She seems to have like properly forgiven him, doesn't she? But actually seeing it, I think she might struggle, especially with the challenge. When the challenge was over, and then he went back in for seconds with Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I still say, when Mackenzie said to Johnny that, she was interested in getting to know Carrington, the little eye roll that he did just said to me that he wants it all. He wants to have his bit of fun in Casa Amor and then go back with the apology. And so I don't know. I think Sally might have a problem with that. So that 6-month relationship might be cut down to 2.
And also, Dave, just a quick point from what you've just said. Have you got inside cameras in the villa, Dave?
Not me personally, but why do you
No,
ask?
because I just wondered, was there something with Mackenzie we didn't see, Dave? Because I'm sure it's Mercedes that he go.
Oh, did I say Mackenzie? You know what? I was thinking as well. I was listening back to an episode when I was editing, and I thought, I can't be asked changing it now. But when we were talking about, someone asked us, didn't they, if you were to place these people in the UK, where would they be from? And I said Mackenzie would be from Liverpool. I actually meant Kirsten, and I said Mackenzie. Got Mackenzie on the
Ah,
brain.
right. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Fuck's sake. Now,
let's not talk
Chris.
about her again, Dave.
Yeah, that's definitely not. Now, Chris, I did pop out a question yesterday, and it was just on our Instagram, and I just said, with Love Island USA finishing this week, what should we recap next? And so we got 3. So we've got The Bachelorette starts, 13th of October. Someone said The Bachelor starts at 13th October. I think they meant the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Someone says, Lucky Lulu Green says, any housewife. Oh, no. So, any housewife show is out of the question, isn't it? Question mark. And I've said just not Housewives of Cheshire, but hopefully she'll get back to us. And then another one from Buckalorette that says Bachelorette. So, Chris, there is a lot of support for us doing the Bachelorette next. Bachelorette US, that is.
Dave, are we going to make the decision right now?
I think we have to do it, don't we?
Yeah, let's sign it off, everybody. So it will be The Bachelorette. I have never watched. I have watched The Bachelor and Bachelorette before, actually, Dave, but I haven't watched the latest US one. I watched the latest Bachelor with the guy who was a pilot and stuff, and I've literally finished that. I think I mentioned it on the show, but yeah, I'm well up for it. So we're going to watch that. I think that's weekly though, so it won't be every.
Yes, definitely.
But
Sold.
that means that means we can then catch up on the UK season 2, then, doesn't
Oh,
it? And just.
fuck's sake. You know what?
Joking. Don't
It's
quit
not.
the podcast now live, Dave. Please don't.
you're going to be off to Vegas, aren't you? I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Ariel Vanderberg back here, so swapper for you.
Yeah, but what about, I told you, that audition went down a storm. The amount of frenzy and buzz it caused, Dave, with our listeners, it's just setting the stars that I'm going to be over there.
Yeah. I think I read out last time, but Miller High Life on Twitter did say, "Love the latest episode. The audition had me cracking up." While I've got Twitter open as well, we've got Popcorn on mute, or Sean K says, "Yeah, CD Reality Cast, guys, y'all are excellent. Just catching your last 4 episodes on Love Island USA, and now going back to the Lauren and Cassaramore moments. Your reads are on point. Didn't you think Sally was pushing for TV's tear ducts regarding her mum? Quite possibly, quite possibly. And this is one, Chris, you're going to have to answer because I got no real context to this one. So this one's from Leah on Twitter. It says, "Can you please watch Double Shot at Love with Paulie D and Vinny from Jersey Shore after you're done with Love Island? Just heard that Chris loves Jersey Shore and it's a dating show as well."
Well, I did start watching that, Dave, but the first season of that was brilliant with because I love Jersey Shore. I've watched it since the start. I'm happy to go back on and watch it. Me and Sam, I started watching them again on Amazon Prime. I love Jersey Shore, and we started watching it. It's in Vegas as well because, like, say I mentioned the other show, Paulie D's a Vegas DJ now, residency over there. I didn't get into it like I usually do because it wasn't Paulie D and Vinny. It was all these fucking no marks who come in there pretending that they were from Jersey Shore. So I have got it recorded at some point, Dave. It's a very similar format. They're like sort of like the judges as such, and they go out and date. So it might be something that I got into, but the first episode was a real slog because I love them guys, the OG Jersey Shore people. But you've never seen them, Dave. So you'll watch it, and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean, we could. I could give it a go, and you could have a. I'm sure you will anyway, Chris. You're gonna get back and round to watching it at some point. Um, but I think because we're gonna have a little break, aren't we? Just a bit of a breather after Love Island. We get over it, and then probably it does make sense for us to do the Bachelorette. You know, you're going on holiday, so we can sort of tackle that when you're back.
Yeah, yeah, we will. We're definitely going to do that. It's brilliant that everyone's suggesting something for us to watch, though, Dave, and that they're going to invest in the show with us. I love that. Absolutely love it. It's so nice of everybody as well, just to keep with us and enjoy watching the same stuff as us. I just think that's what I love about the podcast because we just did this two mates chatting, didn't we? We didn't think we'd get so many people tuning in to listen to us, and we love it.
Yeah, Chris, I love it when people agree. I love it when people don't agree. But the thing of all the shows that we've done, you just can't argue that our favorite, our sweet spot is Love Island, isn't it? We
Yeah,
enjoyed like Love Is Blind, Labor of Love, Singletown, all of those. Too Hot to Handle, but nah, Love Island. It just gets people. There's something about it, isn't there? The formula, just the drama of it. I just love it.
yeah, yeah. It is. It's fantastic. It's without doubt uh, our premiere show, and I just wish sometimes that there was more. Fucking hate me even more, Dave, because we're all such good friends. But when we're doing Love Island, this has been 6 weeks of Love Island every single day. And we
Well,
both
we
work
get
so at night. We've got to watch it and then record it at night, haven't we? And then get it uploaded. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. But by this point in the series, Chris, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
like
know.
we do, that's why we take the Saturday show off as well, isn't it? So 6 days a week is enough because we've got our other podcasts as well, haven't we? We've got VHS Strikes Back. We've got the Comics in Motion podcast. We've also, guested on various other podcasts. So it's just quite a lot, and I love it as well. I don't. I wish there was kind of either a UK or an Australian one that we could jump onto next as well. But quite intrigued to do a bit of the Bachelorette as well. I mean, obviously, I'd done the Bachelor banter, hadn't I? So I'm kind of
Yeah.
familiar with the format. Looked at the South African season 2, so this would be good. And I think, Chris, for us, you know, ultimately being blokes, I think the Bachelorette is better because there's going to be a plethora of blokes that we can just take the fucking piss out of.
Yeah.
I think be a bit harder, wouldn't it? You know, we're a bit more reserved with the girls, with the ladies. So no, only
Yeah.
joking, joking,
Yeah.
not joking.
Okay, you said that, not me. Anyway, if you want to contact us and get them emails in, guys, we've not got long to go, and give us some more suggestions. I think The Bachelorette is nailed in now. We're definitely doing that, but anything else we can maybe do on the sideline if we can tempt Dave to do a bit more podcasting. Anyway, at CD Reality Cast on Twitter and Instagram, cdrealitycast@gmail.com if you want to email us. And also, I may be auditioning for a new co-host soon because the amount of stuff I'm throwing at Dave at the moment, these shows, I can hear the anticipation in his silence there. So sorry about that, Dave.
No, I'm not kicking the early reviews into touch completely. So I'm just enjoying. I'm salivating at the idea of just doing a weekly podcast. To be quite honest, but maybe we could do that. I've done this before on the same feed though, and it gets a bit confusing for people if you're releasing like one a week and then you're releasing a different show with a different release schedule. It kind of messes things up. So yeah, not kicking it into touch just yet, but we'll see how it goes.
Good stuff, Dave. Right, everybody. It's a bit of a longer one today because there's such great interaction. We will see you tomorrow in the final week of Love Island USA Season 2.
Awesome. Cheers, Chris. Bye now.
Bye.